Um, Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining today's webinar, Connecting the Dots, How SLCP and Open Supply Hub help manufacturers build trust and grow. We're so excited to have you with us today. As the title says, this is a collaborative session between SLCP and Open Supply Hub, focused on helping facilities use transparency tools to drive both growth and credibility. My name is Irem, and I'm the Stakeholder Engagement Manager at Open Supply Hub. I'll be co-presenting today with Urti, Bangladesh lead from SLCP. You will also see our colleagues Claudia and Nusat in the chat. They will be supporting us throughout the session. Before we get started, I'd like to share just a few quick housekeeping notes. This session is being recorded, and we'll share the slides, full recording, and a few helpful follow-up resources with all registrants afterwards. If you have any questions during the session, please drop them in the Q&A box. We'll make sure to come back to them likely toward the end. And in the meantime, we love to know who's here. Please say hi to us and tell us your name, organization, and where you are living from. But I guess in the chat, I saw the chat isn't enabled for the participant for now. So let's skip this step, and we'll see will it fix or not. But if not, thank you very much for your patience and for your participation. Today we'll explore how transparency has evolved from being a nice to have to becoming a business necessity, and what that means for manufacturers. We'll look at how you can use Open Supply Hub and SLCP not just to meet compliance requirements, but to build trust, to strengthen reputation, and unlock new business opportunities. You will also learn how our two organizations work together and why that collaboration matters, and walk away with practical next steps and resources you can start using right after the session. So let's start with why everyone is talking about transparency, why it matters for you, and why it has become so necessary. The way the world views supply chains is fundamentally shifting. This is a new era, one where transparency isn't optional, it's an imperative. When we look at the key industry drivers, first, climate action. The demand for Scope 3 emissions data is no longer a nice to have. Brands need to track the carbon footprint of their entire value chain to meet science-based targets. This puts a real demand on you, the manufacturers, to provide that information. And secondly, decent work. Global calls for responsible purchasing practices and hopefully an end to labor exploitation are louder than ever. The brands should prove ethical sourcing and require manufacturers to demonstrate compliance. And this is not just about consumer requests. On the right side, you see regulatory landscape is changing to match it. Laws like the EU's CSDDD require large companies to identify, prevent, mitigate human rights and environmental impacts throughout their value chains. This creates a cascading effect, as manufacturers and suppliers will need to provide their data to their brand partners. And HRDD, it's gaining momentum to ensure companies proactively manage risks. So the bottom line is, this is not just about compliance anymore. It's how the world expects business to be done. So let's bring this to a more personal level. We are curious to know what this new reality of transparency looks like from your perspective. So our question for you is, in the last year, how often do you find yourself providing the same basic facility information like your name, your address, or certification to different brands or partners where you'll never see the data again or don't know how it will be used? You can submit your answers via Zoom poll, which will be active in a second, and we'll wait for a couple of minutes so everyone can submit their answers. Let's wait one more minute so that everyone can submit their answers. I think we can see the answers now. Yeah, once a year, every quarter, once a month, and they're once a week and almost every day. I think most of us, submit this information once a year and every quarter. But almost every day I see 2 responses from it. And yeah, it's funny that the facilities that I discussed before, they're always saying that most of the year we are submitting this data to the partners, to the brands. So it's a kind of, cause us audit fatigue. Thank you very much for your answers. So it brings us to the transparency paradox. The demand for supply chain transparency has never been greater. But here is the paradox. Everyone is asking for the same information, but in different ways. This creates a cycle of repetitive, non-value-added work known as audit fatigue. For you and your team, this often looks like endlessly filling out different versions of the same forms and spreadsheets for multiple brands and platforms. Having to provide the same basic facility data, address, certification, contact information over and over again, diverting valuable time and resources from production and operations to administrative tasks. The result is a system where the pursuit of transparency becomes a drain on your business instead of path to growth. But transparency shouldn't be a burden. It should be your competitive advantage. So how do we get there? It's about a fundamental reframing of how we approach transparency and data sharing. We need to move away from the old model of transparency for transparency's sake, where you're just providing data to check a box for someone else or doing it in closed systems, and shift our mindset entirely. We need to reframe it together into transparency that solves problems, where the data you share actively works for you, giving you control, eliminating repetitive work, and opening doors to new opportunities because it's accessible to all your current and possible partners and stakeholders. But what does a transparency that solves problems actually look like? It's look like eliminating audit fatigue, less repetitive work, and more time for your core business. You provide the information once and share it with everyone. Sharing your auditing, due diligence, and reporting, in other words, showcase your capabilities. Use your facility data to highlight certifications, sustainability efforts, and ethical labor practices, turning your commitment into a competitive advantage. Increasing discoverability. A transparent, credible information makes it easier for new brands and partners to find and trust you, leading to new business opportunities. Proactively managing risks. Having your data organized and accessible helps you stay ahead of new regulations and brand requirements, making you a more reliable partner. And lastly, building credibility. Transparency builds trust everyone in the supply chain, strengthening your reputation and making you the preferred choice for long-term partnerships. But these benefits don't just happen on their own, right? They require a specific kind of system, a foundation built on a few core principles. To make all those advantages a reality, we need to focus on 3 key pillars. First one is openness and accessibility. The data should be open and accessible. It shouldn't be in different PDFs, exits in different websites and platforms. Secondly, standardization and data exchange. The problem with the current system is that using different formats and IDs makes it nearly impossible to connect and layer information. To fix this, we need standardized data with universal IDs for each production location. And lastly, engagement and impact. When data is open, accessible, and standardized, it unlocks new potential. Because the truth is we can't solve problems we can't see, and we can't collaborate with the people or companies or organizations we don't know exist. These 3 pillars are the very foundation of what we build at Open Supply Hub. One of our main motivations is to empower suppliers, turning the call for transparency into their advantage. So if you ask what the Open Supply Hub is, it's a supply chain mapping tool that anyone can search and contribute to. It shows where production facilities are located and the ecosystem around those facilities, including the companies buying from them, the certification scheme certifying their products or processes, or the civil society organization implementing programs and so on. Different than other stakeholders, facilities and suppliers have a special workflow on Open Supply Hub. They can take ownership of their data and share some additional information about their sites. At this point, there are already more than 2 million production locations listed on Open Supply Hub, and that number is growing every day as new data comes in. We've got over 3,000 brands, organizations, service providers, and facilities contributing supplier data into the platform. And what's really exciting is that more than 2,900 facilities have already claimed their profiles. That means they've taken ownership of their data and can decide what is shared about their sites, which is a big step toward building trust and visibility in the supply chain. Here's a quick look at the platform. On the left, you'll see the filters you can use when searching. Things like facility name, the brand or organizations that uploaded the data, country, sector, and so on. On this screen, for example, we are looking at facilities, if you look at here, that are part of SLCP and also produce for H&M. You can easily search for your own facility by name, find your OSID, which is quickly becoming an industry standard requested by many organizations now. And if your facility isn't listed here, no worries, you can edit yourself. So what does it actually mean to be listed on Open Supply Hub? It means your facility appears in an open global platform that brands, retailers, service providers, and many other organizations use to disclose their suppliers and discover new partners too. It also means you have a universal free ID that's recognized across multiple platforms, such as SLCP. If a brand you produce for has uploaded their supplier list to Open Supply Hub, your location already listed here. But if not, as I said, no worries, you can easily add your facility to Open Supply Hub for free. Here's a short list of some of the brands and retailers using Open Supply Hub to share their supplier information and connect with new suppliers. You may wonder why these brands share their data on Open Supply Hub. First, it's about usability and efficiency for them. Open Supply Hub makes the data standardized and downloadable in a clean format. Secondly, it's about transparency and collaboration. It's a shared platform that makes data accessible to everyone. which is increasingly required by many regulations, as you know. It also allows brands and organizations to easily compare and layer their data, identify shared facilities, find a new partner, and discover another potential partners. We also have a facility ID system, which I mentioned as OSID. Our platform generates a unique ID for each facility. All the data uploaded by different contributors for one facility is gathered under that ID. So anyone can access it and see all affiliations with that facility, which unlocks, of course, many collaboration opportunities. OSID has been incorporated by many industrial organizations, as you see here, and one of them is SLCP. This platform are asking facilities add their OSIDs in their forms. Also, some brands now asking their suppliers to have OSIDs and claiming their profiles. And there is one important feature that I mentioned before on Open Supply Hub that only facilities can use, claiming your profile. By submitting the required documents, you can take ownership of your profile data on Open Supply Hub and add additional information such as minimum order quantities, certifications, average lead times, and short description of your site. Once you've done that, a green badge like this will appear near your name and indicating that it's a confirmed profile with richer information submitted by the facility itself and available to all users. I walk you through how this works in a moment in a live demo. But before that, I'd like to hand it over to Urti, who will share more about SLCP, how our two organizations work together, and why this collaboration matters for you.
Yeah. Thank you, Viren, and hi everyone, and thank you for joining today's session. My name is Urti Majumdar, and I am the Bangladesh lead at SLCP. In this role, I take care of SLCP Gateway approval process and provide customer support through the help desk and work closely with local stakeholders, and including brands, manufacturers, and key organizations. I also coordinate facility training webinars to support facilities and manufacturers in understanding and implementing the SLCP process. And that's a brief introduction about me. And once again, thank you so much for joining. And I hope you find this webinar very engaging and insightful. And before we dive into SLCP's vision and mission, I just want to share a very quick story about why SLCP was created. In the past, facilities often faced duplicated audits and sometimes even multiple proprietary audits in the same week for different brands. And to address this burden, 33 stakeholders came together in 2015 to develop a converged assessment framework. And the goal was simple: reduce audit fatigue by enabling facilities to use one single tool and share verified data with all their customers. Let's start with the foundation of SLCP's work. And SLCP's vision is very simple, but very powerful. It is like decent work and driven by credible data. Our vision is to improve decent working conditions through trusted, high-quality data in the global supply chains. The global supply chain faces a challenge like too many audits and too little impact. SLCP's mission is to solve this by converging assessments and enabling data sharing. Our vision is a world where decent work is supported by credible and actionable data. What is SLCP? Like Social and Labor Convergence Program is a multi-stakeholder initiative that aims to improve working conditions in global supply chains by providing a standardized collaborative framework for collecting and sharing credible social and labor data. It implements converged assessment framework, which is the heart of SLCP, to collect and verify social compliance data. And SLCP believes and promotes in facility ownership. So the SLCP verified data is owned by the facility and it can be shared with all the business partners by the facility. Also, I mentioned earlier that SLCP is the replacement of the proprietary audits of the brands. It eliminates redundant audits, unlocking time and resources for meaningful workplace improvements. At the same time, it also delivers credible and standardized data for social and labor conditions. It also supports end users in meeting human rights due diligence obligations, and it also aligns with global sustainability and compliance frameworks. So that is how it enables transparency and informed decision making across supply chains. Yes. What is our SLCP assessment process? The CAF that we, in briefly call it CAF, the Conversed Assessment Framework is a cornerstone of the SLCP assessment process. It was collaboratively developed by SLCP's valued signatories to streamline the collection of credible and social compliance data. CAF includes a data collection tool for collecting information from the facilities, a verification protocol to guide verifiers, and the guidance documents to support facilities and verifiers throughout the SLCP verification process. SLCP does not provide any scoring or rating. Our reports provide verified factual data only. End users are responsible for interpreting the data based on their own code of conduct or standards. Yes, we have three key stages in our process. That is one, data collection tool to gather social and labor data, and then data verification that is verified by the SLCP approved verification bodies and qualified verifiers, and following SLCP's verification protocol. And the last stage is about data sharing. That is, once the data is verified, and then facilities choose which stakeholders to share their data with via the SLCP Gateway, enabling transparency and reducing duplication. Yes, SLCP is a tool for all sectors because we'll show you how it is applicable. It is aligned with global sustainability and compliance frameworks, and it's a comprehensive tool, and it is aligned with HRDD requirements. It also reflects OECD guidelines for responsible business conduct. It encodes in ILO conventions and national labor laws, and ensuring legal and ethical alignment. And the converged assessment framework is used in diverse settings, including distribution centers, hard goods, and home furnishings, and demonstrating its flexibility and cross-sectoral applicability. In this slide, you'll see what are the benefits of SLCP. It's the efficient tool. As per our impact report, it reduces audit fatigue, and it frees up resources like time, energy, money, and resources to invest in improving working conditions. It also simplifies the data collection process and the sharing process. And our tool is very comprehensive because it is applicable to a range of industry sectors. And our foundational data assess compliance with national and international labor standards and laws. It also identifies risk and supports HRDD requirements. Our tool is, our data is credible because independent verification oversight organization oversees the quality and integrity of verification. Right now, Sumera is playing this role. And approved third-party verifiers ensures accuracy of data with additional data quality and integrity measures in place. The assessment methodology is consistent for all facilities, resulting in easier data analysis. And our tool is flexible because assessment data can be shared by the facility with an infinite number of end users. Data is adaptable to various scoring systems and standards requirements. As I previously mentioned, that we don't have any scoring methodology, so end users can apply their own code of conduct or standards to score it. And facility ownership, and it also promotes like transparency, honesty, and creates a shared commitment. And it encourages facilities to engage workers in the self assessment process, and it also gives the facility ownership by selecting verification body during SLCP verification, and also by sharing the data with the end users. So it empowers facilities to control the data sharing at the back end. And yeah, like in this slide, you can see that more than 100 companies and organizations publicly accept SLCP verified data. It demonstrates like how strong industry trust and support regarding SLCP. Here you can see some of the organizations' names are also like Gap, Caskill, Eminence, Target, H&M, C&A, and many more organizations are listed here. If you are interested, you can visit to our website to see like which countries, which tiers, organizations are accepting SLCP data. In 2025, SLCP demonstrated strong growth in adoption, sectoral expansion, and alignment with global due diligence frameworks, reinforcing its role as a trusted solution for social and labor data convergence. Here you can see that over 17,500 facilities have successfully completed their registration with us on the SLCP Gateway, and this number continues to grow daily. And 8,896 facilities have completed their SLCP assessment so far in 2025. We have 58 SLCP approved verification bodies and 1,060 approved verifiers to conduct the SLCP verification by following the verification protocols. And we have launched CAP version 1.7 with improvements in the data collection tool and alignment with HRDD requirements. We have expanded our operations in different countries and regions this year. Right now, SLCP is available in 122 countries, which is the biggest coverage. We have successfully onboarded 2 new passive accredited hosts this year called Retraced and Inspectorio, and to provide additional options for benchmarking and data comparability. And 116 organizations have publicly committed to accept SLCP data, which demonstrates like industry support and trust towards SLCP and its verification. So I hope you all get an overview of SLCP in a nutshell. Okay, here in this slide, I'll address the essence of our partnership with Open Supply Hub. And this slide focuses on the collaborative efforts between SLCP and OS Hub. Our shared goal is to reduce data duplication and to find collaborative solutions to ease HRDD burdens. To make HRDD effective, we support solutions that foster collaboration and center the needs of suppliers. This approach helps ensure that HRDD is not just a compliance exercise for brands, but a shared effort or responsibility that leads to real improvements for workers and suppliers on the ground. Over 8,000 active SLCP facilities are matched to WIS IDs and listed on Open Supply Hub, which is a great thing right now. And day by day, the number will be increasing for sure. Yes, what does this mean? Like WIS ID. If you need information about supplier, like who has completed the SLCP assessment, you can find it on WIS Hub using the WIS ID. In reverse, you can also search SLCP's public list using the WIS ID and request access to their assessment details directly. Stakeholders no longer have to manually figure out if the supplier name matches between organizations. As more and more SLCP facilities adopt OS IDs, the interoperability of our data set and the ability to combine it with rich tools and services becomes increasingly more streamlined. Here, we'll show you add your Open Supply Hub ID to your gateway profile. here is a screenshot of our new SLCP Gateway page. Here you can see that you can put your Open Supply Hub ID in the facility profile on the SLCP Gateway so that you can easily identify your facility and connect your profiles with other platforms easily. Here is an example, a living example from a Turkey facility. Like a cut and sew facility in Turkey reduced audit fatigue or burden by registering with SLCP and adding an OSID. Faced with constant audit requests, the facility joined SLCP's Gateway and added an OSID to ensure consistent identification across brand systems. And this enables seamless data sharing via interoperable platforms, allowing buyers to access verified HLTD data without repeated audits. As a result, the facility freed up staff time for improvements and provided faster and more reliable information to its customers. So this is like an example, like how the partnership and collaboration between SLCP and Open Supply Hub can make a change on the ground level for the suppliers and for the facilities. So you can take an inspiration with this example. And the last slide is about SLCP and Open Supply Hub's like impact of our partnership. This is my last slide. This is not the last slide of whole webinar. So it transforms HLDD from reactive compliance into proactive transparency. So that the audit burden, the data burden will be less, and more focused will be on the capacity building purpose, the improvement purpose. So these things will be proactively addressed, and it reduces data duplication and audit fatigue that we mentioned earlier, and also stressed upon this sentence right now again. And it also speeds up access to verifiable and usable data. So this is kind of like our partnership and our collaboration in a nutshell. And if you have any questions, feel free to share it in the Q&A. And we have dedicated time for Q&A as well. If you have any questions, outstanding questions, then feel free to ask. And right now, I would like to pass it to Irem again for her slides. Thank you. Over to Irem.
Thank you very much, Urti, for this valuable information. And now I'll switch over to our platform to show you how to find your OSID and claim your profile with a quick live demo. So when you simply go to opensupplyhub.org, this screen will welcome you. When you click here, Find Facilities, you will see all the search filters on the left. The facility is listed in the middle, and on the right, you will see the facility location. So you can search your facility by writing the name here. I just type a facility name, Özenme Sucat, on the facility name or OSID part. And when I click search, I will see 3 different Özenme Sucat profiles. The reason for it that Open Supply Hub is based on location. So if your facility has multiple locations, you will have different profiles and different OSIDs for each location. And when you look at the first one, you will see this claim badge near it. It means that this facility claimed their profile, take the ownership, and even add additional information about their site. And you can see the OSID here. When I click this facility profile, again, you will see this green badge, which confirms that this is a claimed facility. Facility name here, OSID here. To quickly copy this OSID, you can click here and copy your OSID and put any platform you would like to put. When you scroll down, you will see the facility location on the map, address, coordinates, name, parent company, facility type, number of workers, website, contact email, minimum order, quantity, phone number, average lead time, and so on. And here also certification and affiliations as well. And here you will also see a description of a facility. This is a kind of claimed and completed profile of a facility on Open Supply Hub. All these information are additional. So if you would like to add this information to your profile, you need to claim your facility profile, which is free, by the way. When I scroll down at the bottom, you will see 12 current contributors have uploaded data for this facility. It means that 12 companies uploaded data for this facility to Open Supply Hub. When I click here, I'm seeing Hugo Boss, Inditex, Worley, River Island, Scotch and Soda, SLCP, Better Cotton. All these organizations and companies says that Özen Mensurat, we are producing products in Özen Mensurat. Also, we are connected with this facility. When I go back and, again, click to find facilities, you can also use this platform to find new partners and suppliers, as I mentioned. For example, from the data contributor side, you can search by SLCP and H&M. I click show only shared facilities to see the intersection of these companies, and also country name, let's say Bangladesh. When I click search, you'll see 173 facilities are a part of SLCP. At the same time, they're producing for H&M, and they're located in Bangladesh. You can search any other filters as well, like think about a brand is searching Open Supply Hub to find new suppliers, let's say, because brands are very frequently using our platform as a sourcing tool, like Fairwear Foundation, plus, let's say, from the environmental side, ZDS Foundation, and show on the shared facilities. Again, you will see the facilities, a part of Fairwear Foundation and ZDSC Foundation at the same time. So this is how you can find your OSID and make search on our platform. Now to show you how to add or update your facility profile and claim your facility, I'll switch over to our test environment here. But yeah, when you do this on your site, you won't see this purple banner at the top of your screen because now I'm showing you the test environment. To add your facility data, first you'll need to register for an Open Supply Hub account, which is free and just takes a minute. Once you're logged in, you go to Add Data here. You will see two different options. First is upload a dataset with multiple production locations using a spreadsheet. This is for more brands and organizations who uploaded their suppliers or members list to Open Supply Hub. And second, add data for a single production location. This is where facilities like you who wants to update their name and address data or add their site to Open Supply Hub. And you should click add a single location here. First, the first step is to check whether your facility is already listed on Open Supply Hub or not. You can search by name and address here, or if you already know it, by your OSID from here. Let's search with a name and address. Like, let's say I'm working for Orta Anadolu, and this is our address, and the company is Turkey. When I click search, you will see a list of possible matches with the name and address you entered. If your facility appears in that list, select it. If it doesn't, choose I don't see my location, and you can add it to yourself. After our team reviews your submission, you will receive your OSID. But in that case, I see, yes, this is my facility name. This is the address that I want to, show on Open Supply Hub. So I click select. When I click select, it's auto-populated the name and address on the facility profile, and I'm checking if they are correct or not. The name seems correct. But when you check the address, I see a not unnecessary comma here. I'll delete it. And yeah, this is all should I have. Maybe I can delete this Turkey site because the Turkey country as a country will come with that part. So I updated my address. But one thing here, you can update the whole address. If it's a new location, if your facility removed from one address to another, then you need another OSID and just let us know that you removed your facility. And then you will again for the new location, you will have new OSID, but we will link your old OSID and new OSID. So anyone search for you with your old OSID will be directed to your new OSID and with your new address. When you scroll down, you'll see additional information. It's not mandatory. It's just, if you want to add additional information that I showed you in previous facility profile, you can add from here, like sectors, let's say textile, product types, let's say shirts. As I say, you don't have to fill them out, all of them out. You can just leave them blank. Number of workers, let's say 500. Parent company, if you don't have any parent company, you don't have to fill it out. And click update. When I click update, you will see this screen saying that your information that you uploaded will be reviewed by our team and will be approved. And here, if you need your OSID, you can just copy and paste it from here. This is why you can update your facility name and address on Open Supply Hub. And from this part, you can directly continue claim your profile. This is one way to claim your profile. The other way is just to go to the platform, add your facility ID, and for example, 3F Hazır Giyim Tekstil Sanayi ve Ticaret AŞ, if this facility is yours, you can also click here, I want to claim this production location from directly your profile. So there are two ways to claim your facility profile. One, the form I showed you. The second, just go to Open Supply Hub, find your facility, and click the link at the bottom of your profile. So I push continue, I click continue to claim. Just as a note, the claim form I'm showing today is a new version and will go live next week. It's very similar to our current version, but the interface is simpler, clearer, and much easier to use. If you want to claim your profile now, you absolutely can. But if you prefer to use the new form I'm showing you today, I recommend waiting until next week. And we'll also send you a reminder email as soon as the new form becomes active on the platform. So this is the new form of claiming your production location. The first page, this page gives you an overview of the claims process. First, in order to submit a claim, you must be an owner, manager, or have supervisor approval, or be an authorized representative of the parent company of the location. Long story short, you need to be affiliated with the company. As a first step, you need to confirm your eligibility, as I explained here. The second and third steps are about proving your name and role at the company and proving your company name and address. To do that, you can share facility website or audit reports, any kind of official report, or for name and role, you can upload employee ID badge, employment letter, or business card. For the company and name and address, you can upload business registration, business license, or utility bill. One of them, not all of them, but one of these, just to prove that you're working in that company, in that position, and also the name and address of the company. And this is the fourth step, which is optional, not mandatory, but highly recommended. Add key details about your company, sorry. And after all these things, when you submit your claim request, our team will be reviewing the documents you uploaded. And once you get your approval, you will get a credible and confirmed profiles like I presented you before. So I click continue. This was just an introductory page. Yeah, this is the eligibility check. Here you can confirm that your account is eligible to claim the facility. You will see your account email and organization's name here. From the drop-down, select your relationship to the facility. Like, I am the owner of this production location, manager, present the parent company, and so on. So let's see, I am the owner of this production location, and I click continue. Second, contact information. Enter your personal contact details here, like your email. My email is auto-populated here. My name is İrem Coştan. And my job title is Sustainability Manager, let's say. And just to confirm these information are correct, you need to select one of these ones, that the documents that I showed you before. I will select company website showing my name. And let's say this company website is showing my name and affiliation with the company. And also, if you would like to, your contact email address and name will be visible on your facility profile, you can toggle yes here. But if not, you can just leave it as is. And I click continue. And this is the third step, which is about business information. You will see the OSID here that you are claiming for, and company name, address here, auto-populated. And at this stage, simply you'll see the OSID, review the facility name and address shown, and upload a document that verifies this information. The name and address on your documents that you uploaded must match what appears on Open Supply Hub profile. So if I upload a document here, the name and address should be the same with these sections. Let's say, again, company website, and this company website, I click continue. As a final step, it's optional but recommended. You can add additional information about your sites, like production location overview, like if there is any native language name, company form, production location description, like parent company information, some information about operations and capabilities, like industry, sectors, location type, product types, percentage of female workers, number of workers, minimum order quantity, average lead time, and so on. And you can add some compliance and partnership information here, like affiliations and certification standard regulations. And finally, which is a new feature that we have, you can add your energy consumption and production data to get an estimate of your facility's greenhouse gas emissions, which will appear on your profile as well. And once your claim is approved, like, submit a claim. Yeah. Now I claim my profile, and once my claim is approved, I'll be able to add or edit any additional information I shared in this step. So, for example, you shared some information already when you're claiming, but it has been changed. So you can just go to my account here. It will appear, by the way, after your confirmation. Go to my account and my facilities. As you can see, there are 2 facilities that I claimed before, and they have been approved. So click here, and you can share all these additional information here, delete them, add new ones, or change them. So this is how you can use Open Supply Hub, how to add your OSID, and also how to claim your profile. Just a quick note, if you need to be listed on Open Supply Hub, get your OSID or claim your profile before end of this year, please make sure to begin the process by December 1st. That gives us enough time to review and follow up, and submissions that come after that date may not be processed this year, but will be processed at the beginning of next year. So this is how you can use Open Supply Hub. So to summarize how you can use these two platforms to turn transparency into opportunity, you can use your free universal OSID to store your facility information once and share with your partners, which saves you time and reduce repetitive work. As a second step, you can link your OSID to your SLCP Gateway profile to show your connection on Open Supply Hub, and this helps your facility be visible across multiple platform systems and make it easier for partners to find and trust you. And lastly, to control your information and boost visibility, you can claim your Open Supply Hub profile, take the ownership of your data, and have your facility stand out to brands, retailers, and other partners looking for credible, transparent suppliers. If you ask what is next, it's a list that you can directly do after this session. Find your OSID, update your details, claim and enrich your profile, connect with SLCP, and explore for opportunities. You can search and find new partners, even for you, new suppliers for your production. Here are some resources that you can get help. As we'll be sharing this presentation deck with you, all the links are here. You can just visit this deck and click all these links that gives you more information about Open Supply Hub and SLCP. So yeah, as we have 5 minutes, I think we can answer your questions. I'm not sure if we have questions on the Q&A right now. I think we answered all of them. But if you have any other questions right now, we are happy to answer. Just as an information, after you leave the webinar, you will be redirected to a short anonymous feedback survey to help us improve future sessions. We really appreciate if you could take a moment to fill it out. Yeah, when you leave the webinar, it will pop up automatically. And yeah, love to hear your feedback about this session. So that's all. Urçi, I don't know if you would like to add anything else.
Yeah, I don't have any specific things to add, but yeah, we are open for taking any questions. So if our audiences have any outstanding questions, then yeah, we'd be happy to address.
Yeah. Maybe while we are reading some questions, I can talk about how the brand side using our platform, not just about the compliance and transparency part of things, but as a sourcing tool. One of the common ways they use us as a sourcing platform that I say, the filters allow brands to search for manufacturers in a specific location, producing for a certain brand, or running a particular social or environmental program. Brands use these filters to find manufacturers that meet their requirements. And on the flip side, facilities use platforms as a benchmarking tool. For example, a facility in Turkey told us they were losing orders to Bangladesh and use Open Supply Hub to understand the market and improve their performance. Again, a lot of facilities use it as a free marketing tool, claiming their profiles, sharing more information about their sites. And these examples show that transparency isn't just about doing the right thing for the environment or society. It also helps business grow, manufacturers learn, improve, and make their work more visible and trusted. So yeah, it's not just about the social and environmental part of things, but also about the business. Now, Yeah, I think we have a question. Urti, I am seeing that you're typing to answer. Would you like to answer in live here or?
It's about the partnership between SLCP and Betterwork, not directly related to Open Supply Hub and SLCP. That's why I prefer to type it in the chat.
Yeah. I mean, I know different organizations are suggesting to use different organizations to have a holistic overview of the facilities. So maybe it's about it, but yeah, as Urti said, Open Supply Hub and SLCP, yeah, we're kind of partners, but not directly connected to each other. I think that's all. Thank you very much for your participation today. As I said, we will be sharing all the resources and the recording with us later this week and maybe at the beginning of next week. Thank you very much for your attendance and for all your questions.